Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's March the 5th, and we are out of February into March. I'm not sure if it comes in like a lion or a lamb or a sheephead or whatever, but windy day today. But we got a lot to talk about in the fishing front. I'll be back to do that in just a moment.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Edward Lee here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot head boat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make 3 trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-251-4314. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
All right, we'll start out. I have a couple guys that help me out a lot with the fishing reports, and I like to talk about them, and I hope you'll stop by their boat, say hello. One in Hatteras, one in Oregon Inlet in particular, have been really helpful all through the winter fishery. Andy Pylan down in Hatteras runs the Good Times, and he out of Hatteras Harbor. Andy has been really helpful this year. He's fished all through the winter when the weather permits for this bluefin tuna fishery. And keep in mind, some things have changed. There's a 73-inch break for recreational bluefin tuna fishing. It also applies in some ways to the commercial fishery, where anything above that, you're allowed 1 per year. But that season has closed. Some people did get their single once a year for a charboat guy. Got their giant, some did not. But once you catch that giant, everything else has to be let go. That season came to a close, so it's catch and release only. Under 73 inches, maybe you should think of it as like 200 pounds and down. You're still allowed to keep 1 per day. Other than that, you would have to let those go as well. And that's what Andy's been focusing on the Good Times. They've been going out there and catching a single nice 150, 200-pound bluefin tuna and then letting some go. And some days they've let a lot of them go. And then they're also having a little bit of a blackfin tuna bite, although yesterday, not so much. That's a different style of fishery where they deep jig. And he said the sharks were just really, really, you wouldn't have gotten any to the boat because it's too sharky, to quote Andy. He mentioned there has been a few king mackerel, but nobody's targeting them. They're more or less caught by accident. So that's what I have for your Hatteras offshore report. But we also have a situation where up at Oregon Inlet, we got Dickie Harris, and Dickie is on the Fantastic. Now, Dickie has been helping us on inshore and backcountry just as much as offshore, but yesterday he did go offshore, and he went out there. They went way down to the south there, kind of down with Andy and the Hatteras fleet. Kind of one way to think about it would be off the tip of Diamond Shoals Tower, a long ways down the beach. And they tangled with one of the true giants. They caught and released a 650-pound bluefin tuna. Now, again, remember what I said, that season is closed. So they caught that one. Then they caught one of the under 73 inches to throw in the fish box, been like 150-pound tuna. And they got a yellowfin, I think just one yellowfin. That was about 60 pounds. So they came to the dock with 2 tunas, put in a good long day down there, but released a fish for whoever caught it, he'll tell his grandkids about. Brian Horsley rode out with them. The whole thing will be on video, and they got a lot of good pictures. And congratulations on letting go a 650-pound bluefin tuna. Now, back closer to the beaches, don't have much of a report. There's been a few puppy drum and a very scattered sea mullet, some sharks. Andy on the Good Times was also telling me that just within about 2 miles of the beach, they have some 62-degree water. And that water is the ideal water for the spring drum bite. But right now, in the surf, it's mid-50s. So it's got to warm up a little bit more, and you'll see that drum bite in all the size ranges will increase. So that's really about all I have for the ocean. And let's take a little break, and I'll come back and give you some encouraging news from the backcountry.
At Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway, not only can you get stocked up with all the bait, tackle, and amenities necessary to fish, but you can also be your own captain. That's right. At Fishing Unlimited, you can rent one of their spacious pontoon boats to go fishing, crabbing, dolphin watching, or just to cruise the Roanoke Sound. It's family fun at its finest. Half-day and full-day rentals are available. Be your own captain at Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway.
All right, in the backcountry, we have a little bit of stuff going on. My neighbor right up the road from me, Gray Davis, has a company called Hide Guides, and Gray does a lot of guiding over here on the western Pamlico. His boat is trailable, and he'll go wherever the fish are. And Dickie, the captain I talked to you about in an earlier segment, loves this kind of fishing. And he and Gray have worked out some kind of arrangement, but they fish a lot together. But they've been catching puppy drum in the Sound in good numbers. The other day they fished and they caught like 13 or 14, of which several of them were over the slot size. And they let them all go, probably because they didn't realize how much I need a piece of fish to eat myself. But they both get all the fish they want to eat, and they let them all go, which is a good thing. Speckled trout, not much going on there because of the Cold Stun event and the season's closed. You can still fish for them, but you sure can't keep them. So that is encouraging that Gray and his clients are doing well on the puppy drum bite. That should be of interest to and perk up some ears for all our boat fishermen over there on the ocean, the beach side or the east side of the Pamlico Sound. The only other thing that I have in a report, well, I have two other things. There's been a few rockfish caught in the Sound, but that season seems like it's permanently closed. But the speckled perch bite, we'll just touch on it briefly. The bite sounds good up in southern shores and all the old haunts, and I can't get a report over here on Lake Mountainsky. It's the only other place, it's not the only other place I know. It's the only other place I know someone I can check on, and they haven't fished it in a couple days. But this is the time of year now. We are fully in the kickoff to the speckled perch season, and you're not going to catch them sitting home watching NASCAR on TV. So keep that in mind. That is my whole fishing report. I appreciate you finding us and listening. I hope our tips make you a better fisherman, and I hope you have a blessed day.